God damn, Jay, you're making a cake up in here, baby. Yo, what's up? This is Joe from the Beach. Capital of the state, baby. I forgot to hit the live button. I'm sitting over here spraying the feeler, and I turn around and look. And there was like I said, I hit the live button. I thought I hit the live button, and I turned around and looked, and I was halfway through skimming, and I couldn't stop. I had to keep doing what I was doing because I made that one pass right there. I couldn't stop. I had to keep going. I had to keep going. So yeah. So let's keep it getting after it. I was going to mix a little bit of fiberglass resin and I'm going to mix a little bit of fiberglass resin in my filler, but to be honest with you, I didn't have any, and I didn't feel like leaving, going to the store to do it. So I just I'm using 3M Platinum Plus filler. The number is 01131. And I'm over here at the scale, weighing it out to mix it. So, if you want your filler to do right, you'll mix it on the scale. And when I mix it, I'll make the oil. And, but yeah, let's get after it. I'm doing this whether it's wrong or right. I'm putting it on thick because I'm going to come back. Like I said, I'm going to come back and block this. Well, actually, I'm going to cut this right here off straight, so I'm not really worried about it. It's a little bit long with the fleece, so it don't matter. Like I said, I'm gonna cut it. And the slicker, don't you slide off of there. The slicker, you can make your filler, the easier it is to sand. Like I said, you're probably like, there it goes, Jay. You're making a thick cake. Well, not necessarily. And it is thick, but I'm going to sand half of it off. So somebody's probably saying, damn, it'd have been cheaper for you just to buy one. Yeah, probably so. But look at all the fun we have. Like, we're going to do it right. We're going to do it whether it's wrong or right. I'm doing it on my table because you just take a
got a low spot right there. Jay, did you just white filler on dry filler? I did, but that ain't dry. It's still tacky, so. As long as it's still tacked, you can wipe it right back on itself. But if it's dry, you need to sand it. Now I'm spreading in that little tray in the front. It's probably going to be a pain in the butt, but a lot of hand sanding. But like I said, it's Bob Ross, eat your heart out. I would turn it around, but I don't have time. Yeah, see, it's starting to kick. See how it's dragging? Right there. See how it's doing that? It's kicking, meaning it's grabbing. So if I can lay it out, the smoother I can lay, like I said, I'm not worried about this back edge, because I'm going to take a cut-off wheel and just cut that. See that? It's rolling. It's done. It's done! It's done! Where is the fun of buying one? Hey, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, big fish. Let me tell you something. So, yeah, see, it's kicking. Automail Direct felt bad for me. This ain't no joke. So, they felt sorry for me. They look, see, it's kicking. They felt sorry for me. And, I got this stuff on my fingers like nobody's business. They said, my guys over at Automail Direct, they follow me, right? But they don't ever comment all the time. But I know they're watching. I know Muggs is watching. I know they're watching. You got a lot of people sitting in the background, loving on you, hating on you, and just looking at you going, what in the hell is he doing? So, I don't know. But I have a super great relationship with Automail Direct. Super great. Jason's good. Eddie's good. I don't know the rest of them guys' name, but Jason and Eddie, they are super great guys, and they reached out to me. They reached out to me and said, "You having fun yet?" And I said, "Oh yeah." And they asked me why I was doing what I was doing. And I said, because they have a premium dash. They have this in their premium line, right? And from what I've read and what I've seen, it fits really, really good, right? But, and at the end of the day, I'll probably buy one, at the end of the day. The one reason why I'm doing this is to see if I can do it. And the second reason is somebody sent a message to me and said, I can't do it. They said, you ain't going to be able to do that. You're not going to be able to do what you want to do. Let me give me a chair. Hold on. They said, you're not going to be able to do what you're doing for whatever reason, right? For whatever reason why they said what they said. And that right there just lit a fire
underneath me just to see if I could do it. You know what I mean? Just to see if I could do it. So, anyways, like I said, it's all fun and games. Today's a good day too. I mean, today's a, let's have fun today. I like it when they tell me you're not going to be able to, yeah, that gets me. And then somebody, they'll say, pride gets in our way to prove. And I could see that to a certain extent. But, just think about all the stuff that we would not have today if somebody listened to the naysayers and didn't do it. Just think. I mean, literally, just think. In 1990, we still had telephones in our house with the cord, the 20-foot, the 100-foot cord. My mom's worked at the post office. God, she's worked at the post office 30 years, probably 30 years, probably longer than that. And I remember when cell phones came out, she had a bag, and she still has it. I asked her the other day if I could have it. She's like, what do you want that thing for? Because she still works at the post office. She had a, hello Moto. She got a Motorola telephone in a bag. And I asked her if I could have it for nostalgic reasons. And she said, I don't know, I'll have to see. But I remember when we didn't have cell phones. I'm in that generation where I've said this before, that we didn't have the technology that we have. You think about it. The technology that's running the clock in an iPhone, there's more technology in that program running the clock on an iPhone than there was in the whole Apollo space program. So just think, all the naysayers. You ain't gonna be able to do that. We still be riding around in horse and buggies. So, this is the way I look at it. Whether it's wrong or right, we doing it. I say me doing it. So, yeah. Look at her. It's not 100% dry, but it's tacked. Look, I can still put it on there. Now, stop and call. Yeah, big fish. Stopped at the payphone, didn't have no change, 25 cents, a dime and 2 nickels and some quarters. Didn't have that, you had to call the operator. Do a collect call. Hey, big fish, do you remember doing a phone break? Do you remember doing that? Look, I remember when I didn't even have to dial all the digits. I just remember where if I wanted to call my mom and I was at one of my friend's house, I just pushed the last 4 digits, 3965. Ring, ring, phone ring. And then sometimes I'd pick up the phone, and there'd be other people on the line talking, and I'd say, hey. And they were like, who is this? Say, hey, this is such and such. What are you doing? I need to call my mom's, or I need to call my dad, or I need y'all to get off the phone. They'd be too many people on a circuit, and you could pick up and listen to somebody else. And then we're gonna try this one right here. Then I remember you calling, and the phone would be busy. Beep, beep, beep. Didn't have call waiting or anything like that. It was too poor to have any of that. But you could dial 0, and the operator would say, operator. Say, yeah, I need to do a break. I need you to break the line, 3965. Is this an emergency? Yeah, I'm at ball practice, and I need my mom and daddy to come get me. It's raining, and I'm not riding my bicycle home in the rain. Sir, that's not an emergency. I said, okay, fine. And then I hang up the payphone. Then I sit there and wait, and then I do it again. I try to call, be busy.
hit 0 again. I need you to do a break. It's getting dark and it's raining, cats and dogs. And then start riding the bicycle home in the daggone rain. And then here comes my dad to pick me up, and he's like, "What are you doing riding in the rain?" And I'm like, "I tried to call, phone was busy. Too dumb to get out of the damn rain, get in the truck." Get in the truck and leave. And then, or get in the car. Sometimes he'd have a car, and I couldn't put my bicycle in the car. Had to push the bicycle up in the woods and hide it under some pine straw so I could come back and get it the next day. So, some people just don't understand. Some people just don't understand. So when people say, "You ain't gonna be able to do that," just think of all the stuff that you would not be enjoying, and myself, if somebody listened to somebody say, "You ain't gonna do that." Now, ooh, she getting warm. Now I mixed that the way it's supposed to be mixed. So I know everybody puts body filler on the table, and then they run a ribbon across it. They add more hardener if it's cold, less hardener if it's hot. We all guilty of it, but that's not the right way to do it. The right way to do it is it is 2% of the body weight of the filler. That's what it is. So you put it on a scale, and if it weighs 10 ounces, then you multiply it. Hold on, let me go get the thing. I don't want to tell you wrong. If we told somebody wrong, somebody dropped it down in the comments telling me that I'm telling them wrong. So this is the filler that I use. 3M Platinum Plus. Now I'll put the lid back on it in a minute. All right, it says the correct hardener to filler is 2% by body weight. Mix the filler and the hardener on a clean, non-absorbent surface. That means no cardboard, but do whatever you want to do. And then it says mix uniform in color. Gel time set in approximately 3 to 5 minutes at 75 degrees or 24 degrees Celsius using the 2% hardener. So what that means is when you put it on the scale, whatever you have weight-wise, you multiply it times 2%, and that tells you how much hardener to put in it. You put that much hardener in there, and you mix the fire out of it, and then you come over here and do it. Now, this Platinum Plus filler is premium gold filler, extra creamy and easy sands, stain and tack and pinhole free. This right here, it says work time 4 minutes, shape time 8 minutes, sand time 20 minutes, paint time 45. That means I have 4 minutes to work it, 8 minutes to shape it. And then, let me set that right there. So technically, see, I can feel a little heat in that, but let me give me a piece of sandpaper. I could probably start sanding there. Jay, you lying. No, I ain't lying. Hold on, let me give me some sandpaper. Let's see what it's going to do. Let me grab some 80. Get some 80, big dog. Get some 80. Let me get my sanding block. Now, I'm not going to, I got a low spot right there, but stupid. That's dirty as all get out. Yeah, look. Look at that. Look. Y'all just seen me. Y'all just seen me wipe that, what? Just a few minutes ago? And look. Now, I'm not doing like Bondo Billy and sanding it bare hands. I'm just showing you. Look. Look at it. It's already dusty. It's already dusty. Look at that. So, let me tell you a secret about filler. Work time, right? Work time is this. Right now, it's in between. It's in between, oh yeah, I want you to rub on me. Yeah, go ahead. Let's get it. See? It's sanding. Got nice dust coming off. I need to move that filler, right? So here's the thing. If I leave and come back 3 or 4 hours, 3 or 4 hours of sand this, it's gonna be hard as nails. It just keeps getting harder. So that's why people's like, oh, that filler block's so bad, or that block's so bad. It's because you let it get past this work time. So right now, she's good to go, right? But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna DA it first. I'm gonna DA it because that's where I'm at, right? I'm gonna DA it. First, I'm gonna turn this fan off. Something's gonna hit my mind. So I'm gonna DA it first, probably with I don't know. I'm gonna prime this thing, so I'm probably gonna sand it with probably gonna, I don't know, let me see what I got. There's some 80. So I picked up this today. Right here, I picked up this. All right, this is a 6-inch 80 maximum dust collection. And the reason why I picked it up is because I was at Harbor Freight, and the color store is about an hour away, and they will deliver, but they like for me to give them a little bit of heads notice before I asked for them to bring some stuff down. But, so, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you a guide coat. We're gonna guide coat it, kind of help me eyeball it where I'm at. Now, if this was a car, I would not DA it, all right? I'd block it. But, I'm gonna guide coat it, all right? So guide coat, if I was to block this with a block, so there's a high spot right there I can already take. And it's probably part of the dash, I don't know. But if this was a car, I would not use a DA. Well, let me take that back. I would probably knock the first layer off of it with a DA, with 80, and then go back with a block. But, because I mean, this is gonna have to be skimmed again. But you try to lay it as slick as you can. And I got spreader boards when I do a car. They're big Lexan pieces, and to go from there. But what we're gonna do for right now is we're going to DA this to knock it down. And I'm wearing my dust mask. And the reason why I'm wearing my dust mask is because I don't want to premature die early, which, I mean, I ain't got no say in it. Good Lord's got all that to say, not me. So, what I am using is I am using my Rupus vacuum cleaner. So when I push the button, let me show you. This right here sucks up some of it. It don't suck it all up, but it sucks up some. So that's what I'm gonna do. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set that right there, and I'm gonna move this right there, and I'm gonna put better cover up my drink. Like I say, wrong or right, we're gonna do it. Feel a draft. Judd, I'm gonna tore another pair of pants. You see how that is sanding so good? See how that's sanding so good because I waited right there in that work time? I mean, it's sanding so good. Even if I was blocking it. Let me show you. Let me get a block and I'll show you. You're like, oh, Jay, you're doing it with a DA. You're doing it with a DA, so you're not really blocking. So let me clean this pad off and let me show you. I mean, if I was going to block it, all right, look here. Got my paper over there. Look, if I was blocking this, look. I mean, that right there is blocking. I mean, it's. But I'm not gonna tell you right now. Everybody wants the good and shiny stuff. And everybody wants to do whatever until it comes time to be doing this. And when they start doing this, they pretty much gone. This right here will break you. This right here will either make you or break you. Make you or break you. I promise you. I had a client one time said, I don't know why it's taking so long. And I was like, what are you talking about? I said, I don't know why it's taking so long. And a super good client. They just was unaware. And I was like, well, what do you mean? It's like, well, I mean, it can't be that hard. And I said, okay. So they had came down and they lived out of state. And they came down. They were on their way to the beach or something. I can't remember. Anyway, they came down and I had their hood here and was blocking it out. And I think it was blocking it out with 320. And I said, I'll tell you what. So I guide coded it. And I said, you block that side and I'll block this side. And they said, okay. So we were blocking and I hit my timer. And in about 11 minutes, he was done. And he wasn't really truly blocking like he's supposed to. I mean, he was like, yeah, see, man, this ain't that bad. Yeah, I mean, I don't see why it takes so long. I mean, that ain't that bad. Doing it one-handed. I mean, the block's that way because it's that way, right? It's that way, it's that way. So I'm sitting there blocking, cross-hatching, going this way, doing a cross-hatch pattern. And I got about that much of the hood blocked down to the cow, and he's on his side. And then about 10 or 11 minutes, he kind of stopped, and I said, what'd you stop for? And he goes, what? And I said, what'd you stop for? He said, oh, no reason. I said, if you're going to talk, you're going to sand. And he goes, you know what, man? He said, I guess we're going to go. We got to get to where we got to get, and we're going to stop and get something to eat, man. Keep doing what you're doing. Just that quick. It's over with and done. Over with and done. Over with and done. Now, this is a linear block. This is a linear block. This is our polycarbonate block. And this one's about a little bit over 1/8 of an inch, 1/4 inch thick. I'll find my tape measure and I'll tell you exactly. Oh, there she is. So this one is about, it's a 1/4 inch thick. So this is 1/4 inch thick. These are the newest ones. Well, they got another set after it, but these kind of flex. Now, I know if I block this out all the way to right here, it's going to be flat. It's going to be flat. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the DA and I'm going to knock just the head of it off. And I'm going to knock the head of it off. Watch. So when I block this, see the head where my swipe stripes that I didn't get it 100 flat. I'm going to take the DA and knock that down. And then I'll come back with the block. So let's get to it. Oh yeah, and something else. I'm not pushing on this DA, and there's no interface pad on here. It's straight on the pad. I'm not pushing this pad in. I'm just letting it ride. I'm just letting it ride. I'm not dowsing. I'm not doing a bad Chad that we're gonna block this thing out and paint it. She's gonna be, no, we're not doing that. But I ain't got nothing against him. You know, he does whatever he does to work for him, and that's great. So, not beating a man up, I promise. Is those jeans torn from back? They style because they look great. No, these pants are torn because my ass be working. I've patched these. I've took other blue jeans and cut them up and patched them. I just ripped these like SpongeBob. Matter of fact, these are the ones I had on yesterday. So that's the same ones. No. No. Dash is gonna be amazing, just don't paint it. Oh, no, 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 no. I ain't gonna paint it. It's gonna get wrapped in leather. Jade, you just spit on the floor. Yeah, there's dust on the floor, baby, to catch it. It's gonna be wrapped. It's gonna be wrapped. Now the front side, it's gonna be a little bit more intense because I got all this finger molesting in here. I probably shouldn't have said that. And then I gotta flip it upside down and skim all this, and I gotta get in here and sand some more in here to get this more super slick. Yeah. They told me it would take 4 to 5 hides to do this truck on the inside. That's the seat, the door panels, the dash, the headliner, speaker box behind the seat, the kick panels. They said at least 4 big hides. Big hides. Big ones. So, one subscriber, I done lost the daggone cover. One subscriber sent me one subscriber. Son of a gun. It don't matter. I don't need this on there anyway. It's not a paint mask anymore. One subscriber told me that they told me there was 3 hide places in North Carolina, and I've reached out to all 3 of them and talked to them. They're within a couple hours. I don't know, hour and a half, hour and some change from me. When I get to that point, I'll probably go look at their hides, and once I find the color that we're looking for, probably just buy all the hides. And then when I ship the interior, once we get to the interior ready, probably ship all the interior to Texas, because my son really wants Paul Gomez to do the interior. I sent, I've seen guys, they see dashes like this, and it's like, either you fix it or we fix it. So it's gonna cost either way. So I figured that we would do it together, and I'd do a little bit of content, and maybe somebody at home wants to do their dash, and I can learn something, and maybe I can answer some questions. So, but nevertheless, let me finish this before it gets too far. Yeah, if I don't get this stuff knocked down before it gets like past the work time, Lord have mercy. She's talking about a pain. See, right now it's just sanding really, really, really good because it's at that work time. Might have got a little happy and put too much filler. I don't know how sharp that has to be, but it's got to be pretty daggone sharp. What's up, JG? What's up, Jonathan? Y'all remember that panel? That panel that goes in there. Y'all remember this panel right here? It goes right there. So it's got a lip right there on the edge. So I have to get that lip back to get that set back in there. Let me knock some of this stuff right here down. It's still bumpy right through there. So when I come back, I still got plenty of meat on the bone. When I come back and guide coat it, take this block and hard block the top from this radius over, because it's low there. It's low right there, but it's probably low there too because there's a speaker hole there too. So I don't want to spend a lot of time there because I'm gonna cut this section out. So, but the places that don't have speaker holes, I can fix it. And then when I cut these holes out, I gotta get something to drink. When I cut those speaker holes out, I can do my inlay and then fiberglass the inlay from the back side and then fix it around the top side and make it nice and smooth. What's up, John? You've been on here twice all day, baby. John, you've been on here 2 times a day. I feel super special. John Buchanan. Hey, John, when I got over there to pick my truck up, shut up. When I walked over there to the Chevrolet place to pick my truck up, you know, first they priced me like $700 and some dollars. Then they told me like $450. You know, oh, you got a business, you got a commercial account, $450. Well, $450 is better than $728. Then I got over there and they said, your truck, I walked back over there and they said, truck's not ready. We're waiting on the locksmith to get here so they can recut your lock so to match my door so that, you know, so all the keys would work because I get new keys. So I got 3 new keys, right? And a slot. And first they told me like $700 some dollars and then they told me like $450. I get over there. And they said, not ready because the locksmith guy was cutting my tumbler. And he was in the parking lot. And I seen him. I was like, okay, cool. So I walked over to Hobby Lobby. Then I walked over to Taco Bell. And then I kind of walked back. And I walked across the Chevrolet, looking at some vehicles out in the Chevrolet place. Man, let me tell you something. I don't know who in the world's buying new vehicles. But bless your heart. Bless your heart. Man, a used 2022 Chevrolet pickup truck. And it wasn't even a Trail Boss. Like $60-some thousand. A new one, like $9,800. Them Colorado Trail Bosses, $65,000-$70,000. My question is, who in the Jimmy Crack corn is buying them son of guns? I am not. They ain't, it ain't happening. It ain't happening. It ain't happening, Captain. Ain't happening. I do know this. When I was up there looking at some of the vehicles, salesman come up there. Let me sit down. Salesman come up there and he said, how you doing? You doing all right? And this is what it looked like, you know. What's up, Ray? He said, how you doing? I said, I'm almost finished with that, so it ain't gonna hurt. So he says, you doing all right? I said, yeah. He said, is there something we can help you with? And I said, no, I said, they in here doing a new key ignition switch on my truck. Oh, what you got? I said, 2015 Silverado. Yeah? I said, yeah, 2-wheel drive. The new LT53 direct injection. All black interior, short, regular bed, true 4-door, black on black. He said, you think about trading it in? And I said, no. So we talked for a little bit about some vehicle stuff, and then he walked off. And then about, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes later, he comes back out there. I'm still out in the parking lot looking at vehicles and stuff, just looking at them. And he says, hey, Mr. Such. I said, hey, man, how's it going? He said, I just looked at your truck, man. That's a nice looking truck. I said, yeah, she's dirty. I need to clean it out. He said, oh, yeah, good detailing wouldn't hurt that. I said, yeah, I said, yeah, I agree. I said, but the weather been so bad, stuff like that. I said, I try to keep my vehicles clean. And he said, well, I take it the truck's paid for. Gen 1 and Gen 2 Dodge. Gen 1 and 2 Dodge and a yard full of C10s. Yeah. So he said, I take it as paid for. I said, oh yeah, she's been paid for a long time. And he says, well, can I make you an offer? And I said, make me an offer on what? He said, your truck. And I said, sure, you can make me an offer. So he had his little paper or whatever, and he wrote on a piece of paper and handed it to me, and I looked at him and I just laughed. I said, that's funny. He's like, well, I mean, I got a little wiggle room. I said, little wiggle room? Like a little wiggle room or a big wiggle room? And he said, well, I mean, maybe we can get to a, common ground. I said, you gonna give that for me? I said, you offering me that for my truck? He said, yes. I said, interesting. He said, yeah. I said, yeah. He said, now we can do one or two things. One, I can give you a cash offer, but if you decide to trade it in on something else, I might have a little bit of wiggle room to give you a little bit more money. I said, uh-huh. He said, yeah. I said, you do know it's a 2015, right? And I just hit 200,000 miles. And he says, yes, but we see your service record history, you keep it serviced and blah, blah, blah. I said, you do know it has a 6.8 drop. Air ride helper springs in the back. Cadillac Delete. Full stainless steel 3-inch headers. Full stainless steel exhaust. Cadillac Delete. DOD Delete. And a Cadillac converter delete. You do know that, right? He said, well, I do now. I said, so that's going to affect what you're going to give it for, because technically by the state of North Carolina and law, I don't think you can sell a vehicle at the dealership that don't have no Cadillac converters on it. Now, I have the Cadillac converters that go back on it. I just redone the whole exhaust system. He said, oh yeah, that's not a problem. He said, not all states are mandate. That truck might end up somewhere else. I said, yeah, I understand. I understand that. Yeah, Cadillac converter, delete. Yeah, not Cadillac, yeah. And he says, yeah, I said, well, this money that you're offering me for the truck, it's a pretty good offer, but you're pretty light, because I can't replace it for that. He said, no, that's why I was saying if you wanted one. I seen you looking at that new Colorado, that yellow one. I said, oh yeah, I did a video on it, posted on my YouTube channel. I said, it's a nice color, atomic metallic yellow. I think that's what it was. Super, it reminds me of Gold Pagan from House of Colors is what it reminds me of. I said, yeah, but that little truck right there won't pull no car hauler, won't do nothing like that. He said, well, we have other trucks that's four-wheel drive. I said, I don't need it. Nitro, that's it. Thank you, Jonathan. Yeah, nitro yellow metallic. I said, yeah, but I don't want no four-wheel drive. I don't need no four-wheel drive. And I don't want a truck that's this high off the ground. I said, I'm going to have to redo everything all over again. I'm going to have to do a 6.8 drop. I'm going to do all, I don't like being up high in the bushes. If I wanted to be up high in the bushes, I'd buy a damn giraffe. And he just looked at me and he said, well, I got a little bit of wiggle room. And I said, man, I'm going to be honest with you. I would much rather, I'm fixing to get back on this Sandy. I would much rather take an old truck, square body truck, and put $20,000 in it and just make people's heads do this when I go by and just soak panties. I mean, and he just looked at me like I was weird. I said, because I don't know who in their damn right mind is giving $60,000, $75,000 for a daggone truck that ain't got no toilet and I can't live in it. I said, do you know when I bought my 2015 Silverado truck, you're offering me $18,000 more than what I give for the truck? And he looked at me and he says, there is a big truck used market. And I said, well, you're probably right on that. I said, you probably right on that, but you ain't getting that one. So anyway, got all said and done. That was done. And so get done. He goes, does. I go back in there. They call me. They get my truck ready. I go in there. Sales manager, the parts manager, the service manager, whatever. And I said, hey, look, I was able to help you out a little bit better. And I said, what's that? He said, got it down to 347. And I said, well, praise Jesus. I appreciate that. I said, 347 is better than 700. And he said, yeah. He said, I noticed that your tire sensors was wrong. I said, yeah. I said, I had them rotated up here at the local BP, and they rotated my tires for me. And because I had a nail in my tire, and I go in there and they fix it. So they rotated my tires, and they didn't change it. They don't have a way to check to fix the thing. So they fixed that too. And I said, well, man, I appreciate it. Well, then the salesman come back around there, and he says, the guy was standing there, the service manager was standing there, and he says, hey, how's that Trailblazer doing? I said, oh, she's doing pretty good. She's locked up in the building. She don't come out when it's dirty. It only comes out when it's nice. And the salesman said, Trailblazer. I said, yeah. And he said, oh, yeah, he's got a Trailblazer. And he said, an SS? I said, yeah. And he said, really? I said, yeah, 2008 Trailblazer SS, two-wheel drive. I said, it's a true two-wheel drive, black on black, triple on black. He said, is that? I said, no, it ain't for sale neither. I said, she stays in the building. Now that has a true 6.0 LS2 in it. So, and it will drag the cat's moyow. Woo, I just pulled my beard. All right, boys and girls. I just can't get it in there. That's what she said. So, I mean, you know what? I'm gonna turn this camera around. I really don't want my camera to be up here because I don't want to get no dust. My stepson just got rid of it. A Trailblazer SS. Is that what you're telling me, Ray? I'd have bought it. So I'm gonna, man, I do not like standing without a mask, but I can't talk. So I'm doing this contour right here by hand. And then I'm gonna stay on here for about just a few more minutes, about 10 more minutes. And I'm trying to get the filler that I got on here. There's been a delay on that, John. The lady, the owner's wife, she misspoke. She promised one of those tanks to me, and then when I didn't get it by Christmas because they were closed, I called, and she told me that she had misspoke and she had miscounted, and they didn't have any that was available, so they're building more. And she said probably by the end of January, which is just in a few days, or it would probably be middle of February, building the tank that I want, which is okay, it's fine. I mean, it'll get here when it gets here. And honestly, I'm honestly glad it's not here. Honestly, it's not here because if it was, it would kind of hinder me on everything else that I'm doing. So if it gets here around February, if it gets here before t-ball and baseball season and stuff like that, I'll be okay, because I'm gonna try to do some t-ball stuff. But like I said, I'm kind of glad it's not here. But anyways, so this morning when I went live and told everybody, the first 5 people that was, that's not a subscriber, not a member to the channel, the first 5 people that sent me an email and their address and stuff, I sent them some stickers, because that's what I had. And then I've been talking to somebody about doing the live giveaways, and I'm gonna do a lot of reading on that and make sure I don't violate any YouTube laws or bylaws or guidelines. And there's another app that I have to download, and I think it's $12 a month. Hey buddy, can we? I got one. Ray, you're gonna make me cry, buddy. I appreciate that, Ray. Ray, I really do. I appreciate that. I appreciate you remembering too. I really do. Ray is talking about today is January 28th. January 28th, 2019. My youngest son was 6 years old, got a stomach bug. Perfectly healthy little boy. 12 hours later, it just took him out. And he passed away. And he was my best friend. I got 2 other sons too. I love them just as much. But Owen, he'd be out here in the shop. He hunted with me, fished with me. Just, yeah. He was mama's baby and daddy's buddy. And that's why I stay so busy. Keep my mind off of it. And I really appreciate the ones that have took notice and remembered. I've got a bunch of text messages today from people that see my number in the background, and a few emails and stuff like that. And it means a lot to me, more than you could ever imagine. It means a lot to me. And the reason why I say this is because I got people in my own family. I'm not talking about the people that live here. I'm talking about like my mama, my daddy, my sister, aunts and uncles that they hadn't even said nothing. They hadn't said nothing to me. It's like they forgot he even existed. You know what I mean? They just forgot. And that pisses me off, like, to no end. That there's people that's on here, on YouTube. There's people on Facebook. Even though I posted Forever 6 scholarship, Forever 6, remember Owen, asked me about Owen. I put those in the hashtags, and just because we got a scholarship, and some people reach out and some people don't, and that's okay. Because some people will say, "Man, I don't even know what to say," and I understand that. I mean, hell, it happened to me, and I don't even know what to say. You know what I mean? So, but I got guys like you, guys on here that are very loyal to the channel. Y'all come back every day. I'm excited because I'm like, hey, look, I got to get something together so the gang can see what in the world's going on, and that motivates me to keep stuff interesting and stuff like that. And the thing about it is I got people like you guys, and then there's a game that I play online, an online game, and the people all over the world. And my username is the same there as it is here. And then they found out, I got a shop page, and then they follow me on Facebook. I don't know if they follow me on YouTube. If they do, they don't comment. But today in the group chat on this video game that I've been playing for years, members on there, we can send messages to everybody like in a group chat like this, and people put on there, Forever Six today. I mean, people from all over the world, Australia, New UK, Ireland, Canada, Russia, stuff like that. So that means a lot when somebody that I don't even deal with on a daily basis, like my family, forgot all about it. But then I got total strangers. I don't consider y'all strangers, but total strangers like you guys that that have not forgot. You know what I mean? I really appreciate it more than you know. Spray with them little water hose. I'm doing better now. I started on. Well, I'm glad. Adventure, that you're motivated. Well, I don't have any brothers. I just got 3 sisters. Well, I appreciate that. I play some weird. But anyways, my oldest son just texted me. It come up on the screen on a text message, and he said, "Hey, Dad, don't forget we got gym." I really appreciate it. Like I said, this morning when I told y'all to email me, that ones that were not members, like membership members, email me the first 5 I got. I send you these stickers out, and I'm working on how to do the giveaway. I got some stuff I'm gonna give away. I just don't want to get in trouble, so I got to make sure we follow the guidelines. So I only got 3 I got 4 emails. So if you try to send an email this morning, double check, make sure that you send it to the right spot, and we'll go from there. I really appreciate every single one of you. Hit that subscribe button. There's some other people that I really appreciate every single one of you. So I'm gonna get off here. I gotta blow myself down. Ooh, quarter please. I'm gonna go pick my oldest son up. He's at his granny's, and we're gonna go to the gym. I tried to get you, but it said it was wrong. All right, look here. Look here. I'm going to show you. It's JG. Screenshot this, Ray. It's JGINNOVATION garage@gmail.com. All right. So send the email to JG. Hey, Jonathan, before you go, type this in your box. Type this in the chat. JG. Type in the email. Type it in. Because we know Ray can't type. We done found that out this morning. So type JGINNOVATION garage@gmail.com, and I'm going to pin it to the top of the comments so you guys can have the email address. All right. So somebody do it right fast, and I'll pin it, and then y'all can screenshot it. Here, I wrote it on the board this morning. It's still on the board. I wrote it on the board. Let me fix that right there. Right there. JGINNOVATION GARAGE I got 4 emails so far. Boys and girls, I gotta go. It's 6:24 here, and I gotta go pick up my oldest boy at 7. And he's about 20 minutes away, and I still got to change. So, and then I'm going to get back, and I'm going to finish sanding this thing. Yeah, hit the subscribe button, Adventure, and yeah, you can be in it too. And then I'll tell everybody each day. So, I appreciate every single one of you. Remember I said, boys and girls, don't worry about the man up the road. Don't worry about the man down the road. Sweep off your own front porch while sweeping off anybody else's. Put God first at Loose End Drive. Peace, of chicken grease. I'm out. All right, I'll do it in the post.